Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Matt Beitcher. Let's take a look at your current conditions. Right now, we're in the mid to upper 80s as we start our workday, our Friday morning. Winds out of the southwest 5 to 15 miles per hour are definitely not helping that temperature stay down. We have a few weather alerts to tell you about. This air quality warning, which is in effect for Westchester County and Rockland County. That means that there's a lot of ground ozone in our air that we're breathing in. And that's basically a pollutant. We can't breathe in ozone and use it in our bodies, so we call it a pollutant. It happens because of all the heat. The heat kind of creates this ozone and exasperates the situation even more. There's a heat advisory for the 5 boroughs and Long Island as well. That urban heat effect, you ever hear of that? The concrete, all the concrete around it just absorbs and then releases the heat back into the air, so it makes it feel a lot warmer than it actually is. And an excessive heat watch for New Jersey. So definitely, if you're going down to the Jersey Shore today, you have to be careful. Temperatures could reach over 100 degrees. Taking a look at the satellite and radar in Westchester, we see the high cirrus clouds moving through. Those are not the issue. The issue is this system behind us, this very long system, which is usually a cold front, but this is not a cold front. This is just a disturbance in the upper air, so it's not going to cool us down as it moves through later today. A high of 94 degrees. Hazy, hot, and humid. Really feels like 100 degrees or more in some areas of Westchester. We cool down, quote unquote, to 77 degrees. Muggy and warm with partly cloudy skies. The showers end around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. On the severe outlook page, this is brought to us by the Storm Prediction Center from Oklahoma. There is a slight risk for severe weather. That's straight line wind damage, hail, and the possibility of tornado. That's all in our area. However, that usually is this entire region right here. You usually see these maps more towards the middle part of the eastern seaboard. They're moving up north because of that, because of an upper air flow that is bringing all these storms more north towards our area. We'll talk more about the storms coming later today and the heat wave that will persist maybe into next week right after this. It's definitely a very hot and humid start to your Friday morning. A high of 94 degrees we're expecting today, feeling like 100, and a risk for storms later on in the day around 3 or 4 o'clock. Tonight, muggy and warm weather continues throughout our area. Partly cloudy skies, a low of 77 degrees, and then tomorrow, hazy and even hotter. Probably one of the warmest days that we'll see this year. A high of 96 degrees. The humidity drops a little bit, so not as uncomfortable, but still 96 is 96. We take a look at the Sand and Sound report. There is a small craft advisory on the waters today because of the high winds and also a high risk for rip current. So not a great day to go swimming, and also the waves are pretty high, 1 to 2 feet on the Sound, which is pretty choppy for the Sound, but the ocean 3 to 6 feet. So be careful if you're going to go down to the South Shore, Long Island, or to the Jersey Shore. It is going to be quite a day in the water. That UV index at an 8, which is still very high. It's not a 10, but still, you should wear a lot of sunscreen, reapply every hour, and be careful because if you're not wearing sunscreen, you could burn in about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's definitely important to wear the sunscreen. Don't forget it at home. The winds, as I said, were whipping, and that water temperature is a great 73 to 77 degrees. It's just beautiful to stick your feet in. To get out further, maybe waist high, I would stop there. After that, it starts to get really rough on the South Shore. This is the heat index map. As we can see, this is the future cast heat index map. What it feels like with the heat and humidity not factoring in sunshine. This is all taken in the shade. Nearing 99 degrees by 3 o'clock in Yonkers, 96 in Greenberg, 96 in Ardsley, 97 in Ossining, and all the way up in Cortland, 98 degrees still. This feeling will continue to persist throughout the day, even into near 7 o'clock. We'll still feel like we're in the upper 90s. So it's going to be a warm day throughout the day, even into tonight. As soon as the sun sets, we cool down into the low to mid 70s. So it's not going to be that bad for tonight, but still pretty warm and pretty muggy for this time of year. On the outlook, Saturday and Sunday looking pretty nice. Saturday still humid, 94 degrees. Stay inside, get that air conditioning cranking up. If there's ever a day to do it, it would be Saturday because it's probably going to be the hottest day of the year. Sunday is going to cool down a little bit, and I mean by cool down, it's going to get down to the low 90s, not the mid 90s, and the humidity will drop. So it'll feel a little bit better outside, but not really that much better. It's still 90 degrees. It's still hot. We'll take a look at the storms that are coming up later today and your 7-day outlook after this. My advice to you, if you're not going to the beach or pool today, stay indoors. Hazy, hot, and humid, a high of 94. It really feels like 100 degrees. These temperatures will persist throughout the day. Let's take a look at the future cast and time these storms out. 3 o'clock, they roll through. They last very briefly. Most of us will see a quick passing shower, and then it'll be gone. Only clouds will be the remnants around 10 o'clock at night tonight. Into tomorrow, the sun will shine. The heat returns in full force around 96 degrees. It'll feel like really 105 tomorrow with the humidity, and that right there is a convection convective cell may or may not happen. We have to wait until tomorrow to see if that's going to occur. Moving into Sunday and then into Monday, clear skies, but the humidity returns for Monday. Taking a look at the 7-day outlook. Saturday, 96 degrees, definitely the hottest day of this summer so far. 93 on Sunday, the humidity drops a little bit. 94 on Monday, the humidity returns, and thunderstorm chance possible for later in the day into Tuesday. Tuesday, just humid and hot, 92 degrees. We finally break the heat wave on Wednesday, 89 degrees. And drier as well. The humidity drops with the temperatures. And Thursday, humidity comes back up. The heat stays where it is, 88 degrees, but a risk of showers and thunderstorms moving into next weekend.